Hi guys, I'm back and I have now created one look with two palettes. I put on, after I did my eyes, some Lancome Grandiose mascara. It's brilliant mascara. It really makes your lashes look good. And some Clinique Perfectly Easy, pretty easy liquid liner across the top lash line. And Morphe lipstick, which I recommend because it doesn't come off, and I'm not affiliated, none of that, but I just think it's quite a good gloss liquid lipstick, really. So there you go. It is glossy when it goes on. It's not quite glossy, but it doesn't transfer or anything. Back to Norvina. Okay, now I'm going to put on the screen swatches of it, and also I'll put some swatches of Modern Renaissance up. But here we go again. Now, what I'm going to do is I shall swatch the colours I used on my eyes from each palette next to each other, so you can see how similar they are. So let me show you. I haven't got a lot of room here. Everything tends to go flying. So do excuse me, guys. There we have Modern Renaissance. Right. So first of all, I started with Tempera from this one, Tempera, however you say it, that colour, and Base from Norvina, which is that colour. And I put them both together. They are pretty flipping similar. You wouldn't know the difference, would you? But that one's Tempera, that one's Base. Okay, then in the transition, I used which one did I use? I used Raw Sienna from Modern Renaissance, which is this colour. And then I used Incense from Norvina, which is that colour. Again, you wouldn't really know the difference. I mean, maybe that one's Incense is a little bit, I don't know, cooler than Raw Sienna. Then, on the outer corners, I used Cypress Umber from Modern Renaissance, and I used Volatile from Norvina. That's Cypress Umber, that's Volatile. Again, Cypress Umber is a little bit darker and Volatile is a little cooler, but again, very similar. Then on the lids, I used Primavera from Modern Renaissance, which is there. And then I used Dreamer from Norvina, which is there. And, well, let's get some space. And again, they are pretty similar. So that is the look on my eyes. And it's two palettes creating this one look. As I said, I didn't include purples, reds. These are just the sort of neutrals in these palettes, okay? And they're virtually exactly the same. What are my feelings then? Well, they're both £43. If you already own Modern Renaissance, do you necessarily need Norvina? If you're a makeup junkie and you like collecting, it is beautiful, very dirty. They get so dirty so quickly, and especially when you've got dirty swatched hands, doesn't help. But do you need it? No. Okay. If you like the purples and you haven't necessarily got £43, you don't need to own this. Get a couple of purple shadows and you probably get more striking purples than in the Norvina palette, because realistically, all you've got in here is Love, which is sheeny, Soul, Love, and they're both sheeny, a pink, a sort of lilac-y purple, Wild Child, and Celestial. And yet these have burgundy, purpley undertones. That would be Drama and Rose Gold. You can get Rose Gold in most palettes these days. But I'd say, really, it's these four shadows. Soul, Love, Wild Child, and Celestial. Could I dupe them? Lots of times over, yes. So if I had Modern Renaissance already and I wasn't a purple lover, I wouldn't bother with Norvina. Or if I had Soft Glam. Again, you can get the same look with Soft Glam. I've done it before with Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam, and you really can. If you love ABH palettes, you've got 43 quid to spare. Fill your boots, I say. But in the reality of things, it's not an essential. You can create the exact same looks with either one of the ABH palettes, Modern Renaissance or Soft Glam. You can create this look. All the neutral looks you can get, all the palettes are going to give to you. Do they complement each other? Yes, you could pick this up, use this with this palette. The same, you could pick this up, use it with Soft Glam. You could pick that up and use it with either one. And even bang in Subculture in the meantime. Realistically, it's not an essential. It's a beautiful palette that is a purple lover's like dream. It looks more beautiful than I was expecting it to look when I got it in real life. I've got to be honest with you, I felt a little bit cheated, really. When I opened it, the hype, I was so excited. It arrived, I opened it and I saw a couple of like purples and thought, oh, it's Modern Renaissance with some purples in, or Soft Glam with some purples in. And do I own these purples already? Yes. Do I have more, purples with more payoff? Yes. Take the Juvia's Place, for example. Or Pat McGrath. I have those palettes and the payoff's amazing. But is it a beautiful palette still? Yes, it is. It's worth £43, if anyone's money, I believe. I certainly don't think it's overpriced. I just think it's not essential if you own this palette or Soft Glam already. Out of all of them, to be honest with you, I haven't got a favourite. I love them all. I am a makeup junkie. It's my job. I'm a makeup artist. I do makeup, so it's handy for me. But if I was Joe Bloggs, do I need them all? Not at all. Like I say, they're all beautiful palettes. It says the little jar on the back, you know about the times that you can keep things for 18 months after opening. I never had a palette that's only lasted me 18 months. You can tell if a palette's going off. So you can keep it for a very long time. You can get some beautiful purple looks from it. I would say the texture's very beautiful. You could see my surprise when I did do my eyelid with the shimmers. I think these shimmers are nicer than the ones in the Modern Renaissance palette and the Soft Glam palette. I've got to be honest with you. They're not as chunky. They go on beautifully and they are gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers. But like I say, I have got better shimmers. I just don't think, personally, you need all of them. But it's a personal choice. I love it. I think it's beautiful. If I had my way, it would have a lot more purples in. And it would have probably less shimmers and more mattes. Certainly more matte purples. She could have made this palette amazing. She really could have. I mean, that orange doesn't need to be in here. These very similar, this look on my eye, all these shadows, they're repeats of Soft Glam and Modern Renaissance. Why put them in? Why not, give us something really, really good, really pretty, really pink, purpley. It would have been absolutely blow your socks off. But it just seems she's gone, I'll create Modern Renaissance and I'll stick in some purples. And to me, that's how it seems. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure she put a lot of hard work into this. And the consistency is definitely different. And I would say better than Modern Renaissance. I don't know about the mattes. I've got to be honest with you. I think the Modern Renaissance mattes may be better. They certainly have more payoff, and you could tell that by the swatches alone. And, I can hold my arm up again, and you can see they swatch so beautifully. But the shimmers definitely, I'd say that, the one in the Modern Renaissance was definitely clumpier. But I don't think you need both. I really don't, guys. I think one or the other is fine. So please don't feel, if you can afford it, that you've missed out, because you really haven't missed out on anything. As I say, even Anastasia's website do single purple shadows. You can make this such a good palette, or this such a good palette. Get a few singles. You could have Norvina on, in single shadows with this as your base palette. You could even do a blue one. You could do all sorts. I think the way to go is get the Modern Renaissance or the Soft Glam and some single colourful shadows. And you've conquered this and any other palettes you might bring out in the future if they're all going to be of the same sort of thing. But I do like it. I know lots of people have raved about it. I think, is it good for people my age? Yes. I don't think just because you're the wrong side of 35 you can't wear these. I think that the mattes apply beautifully, even to old wrinkly eyes like mine. And I think it's all in the application, isn't it? But I think they are good shadows. I don't think you can go very wrong with Anastasia Beverly Hills. She does make good palettes, but at the end of the day, you don't need them all. Hopefully I've proved that, and you can see this look. I will take a photo so you get a close-up if you can't see it very well because of the lighting and things. But it is, you wouldn't know it was two different palettes. I went downstairs quickly to grab a cup of tea, and my husband didn't have a clue. He just thought I'd put one palette on my eyes, you know. Didn't look at me weird, like, what on earth have you done? He wouldn't have known. And I said to him, is there anything you notice? And he was like this far from my face, and he said, no, what? Tell me, tell me. So there is nothing, you know, that you can't create or in this with the neutrals anyway, that you can't create with the other palettes. So I hope that's helped you guys, and helped you if you were thinking of buying it and you were thinking, well, do I need to spend this money? And I'm not really the biggest purple fan, but the other colours are you know, they're the same. Virtually, anyway. Maybe cooler. If anything, it's a cooler palette. That's the only thing I say, but, you know, it's not that much cooler, to be honest with you. Next time, if you would like to, I am going to do a video on how to make aged eyes look a lot younger. How to... Today I haven't done it. I was in a rush trying to film, but I am going to do a film on how to cope with wrinkly eyelids, how to disguise them, how to be able to put makeup on wrinkly older eyelids, and the best primers and things to use so that you don't see the wrinkles. And hopefully that'll help some people, because I've seen a lot of videos on here and they're giving kind of conflicting information. And I've got wrinkly old eyelids, and I've got this sort of fail-safe way of getting a perfect eyeshadow application like when you were young. A long time back, I know, okay? Anyone who's shouting, yeah, can you remember that, love? Doubt it, okay? Yes, I know, okay? You don't have to tell me, all right? I am the first person who knows that's a very long time ago. But you can get your eyes to look like they used to, more lifted, and this part smooth, because there's nothing worse than you put on a shadow and you think it would look lovely if it was all like more like this, you know. I can make you, well, I can give you tips to make your eyes look more like that again, flat up here, not wrinkly and old. So if you want to see that, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hopefully I shall see you next time. I've got lots coming. I've got a Pat McGrath review. I've got the Dose of Colours one, that's beautiful. Oh, so much. I've got a great big haul coming. In fact, that's my next video after this. Then I will do the eyes, I promise you. And I've got lots and lots of videos coming up for mature skin, mature eyes, and also skincare routines, and a lot on tretinoin. I've been to Portugal tretinoin shopping, you might tell by my peely old arms at the moment. I didn't burn, but I peel. How? I do not know. Do not ask. Sunscreen like no tomorrow, I still peeled. Don't tell me, because you were probably thinking, oh, look at those flaky arms. Yes, I know, okay? I've peeled, all right? I didn't burn though. Anyway, guys, hopefully I'll see you next time. Hopefully I've helped you in some way know what you want from your ABH palettes from now on. And hopefully I'll see you again. Take care, everybody, and I shall see you again soon, I hope. Bye.